What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys the recap from the epic showdown that was the OneHive versus WHF war this weekend. It was a milestone war for both sides. So we had WHF going for our 150th Clan War victory, and we had OneHive going for their 300th Clan War victory. So lots of awesome goals and milestones to obtain for both clans, and obviously there's always a lot of hype for the WHF and OneHive showdown. So definitely wanted to give my congratulations to Jake and the OneHive crew. They definitely performed better than we did, especially down the stretch. We'll get into all that in a minute. I want to recap kind of how it unfolded. But before we get into it, I did want to say a special thank you to all of you guys that came out to the streams this weekend. Both myself and Jake from OneHive were streaming this weekend, and the support was phenomenal. I know I had 1,200 plus people in my streams on Sunday. There were 700-800 there on Saturday, so absolutely crazy. I believe at the conclusion of the war, guys, we had over 2,000 people between both channels that were watching this war very much so live, trying to see what went down, who was going to win when it was undetermined and uncertain. That's the type of support that we love to see, and that really makes this game a lot of fun. So hopefully those of you guys that came to the streams enjoyed it. I heard great things in the feedback that I got. So thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting both channels. And moving on from that, though, 112 was the final. WHF gets defeated. OneHive walks away with their 300th victory. Just an incredible finish from OneHive. Hats off to you guys. Really nice job down the stretch. They just did a far better job executing important attacks when the game was on the line, whereas we did not. I gotta give a big shout out also. Crispy Crunch. Mr. Crispy Crunch absolutely wrecked us. I believe we had 8 or 9 attacks on their Town Hall 11s. They only had 3, guys. So 8 or 9 attacks they soaked up, and that really set us back. And we ended up not even finishing the 2-star on Crispy's base. We had one of those kind of fluky first raids where the first raid on it got like a 49% 1-star, and the only thing that needed to change was an earlier rage spell. So we tried that, and the stuff didn't target the same thing the next time. So we tried it again. It didn't target the same thing. So it was just like, oh my gosh. So ended up failing on their number 1, and that ended up hurting us badly. As far as the Town Hall 9 play was concerned, I felt like WHF had one of our better wars. We've been performing very consistently as of late at the Town Hall 9 level. You can see all of these were cleared. We cleared the 9s the first day. Before I even woke up the second day, they were completely off the board, and we had 5 or 6 Town Hall 9 attacks remaining with which to scout the Town Hall 10s and 11s, so that was all good. OneHive, on the other hand, they struggled with the Town Hall 9s. They left 4 or 5 up and had to dip down to get them. And that's not talking down to no clan has cleared our Town Hall 9s since we had the one of the recent updates. I can't remember if it was the one to crack down on modding or if it was Town Hall 11, but we've had no clan clear our 9, so it's not like it was something out of the ordinary as far as them struggling. But what was very impressive was after that struggle, they sent the dips that they needed to send, but they one hit and quit our Town Hall 11s with their 10s. So that one hit and quit was massive. That allowed them to go for triples on our Town Hall 10s, which Crispy down the stretch, man, 6-packing at the end of the war and closing it out on my base. Isn't it fitting to get the win for OneHive? So that's kind of how it all went down, guys. Let's get into some of the attacks from our side. I know Jake has already put up his recap, and you guys would have a chance to see some of the OneHive side attacks over there. We had some awesome attacks from our 11s coming down, but as a courtesy, I'm not going to show the dips from the 11s to the 10s. But yeah, let's start here with Predator on number 9, Brady. This was a base that we were familiar with. Predator had actually 3-starred this same design just a couple days ago in, if you guys remember, the Sexual Predator showcase, basically, where he's coming out and taking out some Town Hall 10 bases. He saw this one in the scrim, so we felt really confident sending him at this base on a fresh hit to try to get that 3-star, and that's exactly what happened here. As you see the minions going down on the left, working on some extra trash up there outside of the range of all the air targeting stuff. His queen walks are just phenomenal lately. Predator has some of the best queen walks in the game. Just really, really good job of extending them, letting his queen get super low, but preserving those abilities and making it so she is safe for the whole walk here. So wall breakers open up the end of the wall there. He's got still another rage spell in hand. He's got the heal, he's got the jump, he's got the freeze, but now he's got a giant coming in to tank on the backside there. Check that out. Wall breakers behind it. The giant doing the tanking for those wall breakers, and that opens up the wall for the queen to eventually swing around outside of the base here to those mines and storage collectors, basically. So the Expo has locked onto a healer, but the queen is shortly going to drag them out of range, as you can see, and she rounds the corner now to go into the backside compartment. Now, that is 2 columns now of funneling that the queen has accomplished, and at this point, it is time for the Hog Riders to go in. He sends in 2 to make sure that he gets a full lure. He does trigger a giant bomb there, gets 5 archers and a golem out, and a poison spell goes down, misses the poison a little bit. So we've got archers teeing off on the healers, and that's going to cost him a healer here in just a moment. 1 healer goes down, and the archers start firing at the second healer. Now, in comes the Valkyries and the King from the top. They push their way through that first compartment. They aggro to the Queen and the King. They take them out. First Inferno down, jump spell to lead them into the second one. They hop the wall and take out all of the defenses. Check that out. Even the ones firing at the Queen. So very, very little incoming damage on the Queen. Still has 6 hogs in the bag. And here they come, guys. Backside hogs coming in, taking out some of those key point defenses while the King and the Valks wreck that last compartment. Get the Town Hall to secure the 2-star. And at this point, there's nothing really left that's going to stop the Valkyries and the Hogs and the Queen. The Queen's obviously going to take that whole lower section with the healers on her, uses the ability, and is going to take that out with no issue at all. The King and the Hogs work the top part, and he was able to clean up some of the mistakes that he had in his earlier raid from the mixed scrim that we had just earlier this week. So, very, very nice raid to Predator. It's one thing to know a base, it's another thing to execute the raid. That's where I personally fall short lately, is, doing the execution. But great plan, Predator. Great execution, man. Getting that 3-star. And that happened pretty early in the war to give us a nice, comfy lead. But unfortunately, that lead just did not hold up. We had Johnny Bravo with the 3-star on 12, Mo with the 3-star on 10. It looked like we did get 4 Town Hall 10 3-stars. Everything else 2-starred, but the top base. That came back to haunt us in a big way. But let's look at number 13. This is Caps. 6-pack Caps. Didn't quite get the 6-pack this time, but close. He got the 1. And this was a cleanup attack of my attack. He used my same plan. Made a few tweaks to it, and it worked out great for him. So here comes the Queen. She's going to be working there from the right side of the base. The goal here, I think, was to walk south. However, it ends up working out just fine for him because he takes out some key defenses before this Queen swings back to the north. Rather than taking out that Archer Tower first, she first takes out the Dark Elixir Drill, steps in, and then he's going to go ahead and lure with a Hog onto the Wizard Tower. He gets the Balloon, gets the Golem out. The Queen's going to reposition herself up top. And she's only in the range right now of 1 Archer Tower, which is just fine. The minion up top has done some great funneling, and that's going to get those Valkyries into that side compartment. So the poison spell is going to take out the Balloon here. Golem comes out to engage the Queen. Where we have an issue right now is the Golem is going to pop, but he sends in the Valkyries before it's completely gone. So the Valkyries on the right actually reroute to the Golem. But this turns out to be to his advantage as they beat through the wall over here, and he gets a split Valkyrie entry, drops a poison spell for the heroes, shares a rage spell with them, and as they get through the wall here, they're going to immediately run their way to the Inferno, take it out, and then work through the rest of this compartment. The other Valkyries up top work their way through their compartment, and both groups meet up in a heal spell and a rage spell. The backside Inferno is frozen, they take it out, and the Queen is free to run loose with healers on her in the core. Now we've got Hogs coming in from the top, beautiful job deploying there. The King still has pretty much full health and an ability. He does get smoked by a giant bomb there, so very, very close, but no cigar on the Hogs making it out. But he's got just enough health on his Queen to persist through this compartment. The King and the Valks are pretty much running loose on that left side, so they're going to be coming around to meet up with the Queen at some point here. Queen's stuck on a wall right now. Can she get through it in time to take out the Dark Elixir Drill, then the cannon? Before you can see the Archer Tower and the cannon are kind of wearing on her health just ever so slightly. But she does get the drill taken out, and as she gets low, the cannon is taken out here. The little move there costs the Queen another sliver of life, and then a giant bomb gets her down super low again. But the healers keep her up. The Valkyries and the King are working their way to the last little bit there. Air bomb death for the minion. Ha ha ha. Now we've got just that Town Hall left to go ahead and take out for the 3-star. Always a little nerve-wracking getting that Town Hall last, but hey, it'll work out. 3 stars for the good guys there. Caps putting another one on the board for us. Very nice work, my friend. So, next we're going to look at AWOL. AWOL's got number 15 here, Doofy Dork, and he's going to bring, I believe, an air attack. Yes, he does. So, a unique entry here. He's going to bring basically a max attack. He's got the stoned entry, and he's going to bring a quad quake here. I don't know if it's a stoned or a shattered. We'll see. So he's going to bring in a golem up top, golem on each mortar up there. Nice spread with the wizards, making a nice funnel, and has quad quaked out the interior of the base. So once he's ready to go in, wall breakers are going to come down on that northernmost point, and then the heroes are going to go in behind the golems, and they're going to basically just make a push for the air sweepers and both air defenses in this base. So funnel is just about made with the wizards. The golems are about to go in. There we go. Lava Hound comes out, guys. So Lava Hound will have to get taken care of by the queen. But the king is still, looks like, in the bag. There he comes. He's finally coming in. Was trying to avoid the CC there, save a little health. Let those golems get out front. They do get out front. He uses a rage spell there. The wizards help take out the pups along with the queen. He's triggered both the skelly traps there, and it looks like the queen has worked her way in. 1 air defense is down at this point. The king and queen both working their way in. The quad quake has opened up the wall to the queen. In come the hounds and the loons from the left. We'll pay attention to that queen. She does get taken out. And it looks like the archer queen, the friendly one, is going to step up, take out the 2 air defenses with the king. And those air defenses are now down with both sweepers as well. Haste spells are going to help the loons get into that first air defense objective. And then we've got 2 hounds soaking up 3 air mines, and all of them exploding almost at once. But just far too many balloons collapsing on that last air defense to really do anything about. And then he's got backside loons taking care of the last point defense in the ring. Beautiful job with that. The queen finishes off the last cannon, and that is that, guys. We'll go ahead and finish up with a 4X here. Watching us fast forward our way through this raid. Beautiful job by AWOL, man. Bring him back an oldie but goodie. But he does get that 3-star. Very nice. All right, guys. DMML next up. DMML, I believe, had a 6-star war. We had a lot of guys with 6-star wars this time out. I will run through them towards the end of the recap. Because I want to give credit where credit's due, guys. We had a lot of absolute studs on our team, especially at the Town Hall 9 level. Just came out and wrecked their bases in super quick fashion. It was pretty ruthless, to be honest with you, and we thought we were in a good spot. We really did, and it turned out that we did not finish well. So, lost a good lead, lost a big lead. Oh, man. It's one of those where it was kind of a kick to the nuts because we felt so good about where we were at. We started the war great. We had good momentum, and we just didn't close it out. So we gotta eat our clutch Wheaties next time out against OneHive, and hopefully we can put together a complete war. But great job on the entry. He does get the air defense taken out. Great job by the queen. She's going to go ahead and use her ability, get a few more buildings taken out, and then just wonderful haste spell usage here, getting those loons into all of those key defenses while the hounds up front tank. He's got 1 more hound coming into the second air defense, and loons coming into the Tesla farm. Now, the Tesla farm is the key challenge in this base. There is a haste spell there, or excuse me, not a haste spell, a rage spell, leading into an air sweeper, and we want to get that air sweeper dealt with, and the Tesla's taken out ASAP. So he drops the loons there and does get the 2 Teslas at once. Makes for a very easy rest of this raid. He saves 3 loons for the backside here. And as the last hound is hasted to the final air defense, here comes the loons on the archer tower. And watch the distraction there. Perfect job distracting. They are going to absorb enough shots from those wizard towers to distract while the last couple balloons get in there. Perfect deployment of the backside loons. Beautiful job to Mandamith the Legend. Pups everywhere, taking out the base in the cleanup process. Loons finish on the edge of the trash ring. Another 3-star for the good guys. Nice work, man. All right, guys. So next up, we're going to check out some of the lower 9s. And when I say lower, I don't really mean super low because we have just beasts in both clans. All of the Town Hall 9s on both sides are just monsters. So this is 30 in OneHive, and we're looking at, level 29 and 27 heroes here. So the queen's going to start with a nice little queen walk from the left. This is Tisdale attacking, and Tisdale had another 6-star war for us, so beautiful job to him as well. Minions on the mortar to funnel, trying to open up the wall there. The wall breakers actually fail here, get sniped by the mortar. Ideally, the mortar would have gone down to the minions before he tried to wall break in. Just mistimed things a little bit here, but let's see how he recovers from this. That's what's really important here. So he just allows the queen to keep walking rather than stepping in there and getting all that, the defense, the potential double giant bombs, the expo, all of that good stuff he's leaving up and is just doing a queen walk instead. It's going to be a closed queen walk coming towards the Valkyries. Drops a heal spell there for the Valks and the King, and then a few hogs into that bottom section while they're all distracted with the golems. So nice use of the golem. A lot of times lately we've seen really unnecessary use of golems. But in this case, worked out great. Bought him a lot of time on bottom for the hogs to clear that compartment. Valks get into the spot where the queen was going to clean. They do avoid the double giant bomb. They get hit by a single, and they make their way into that last compartment. The queen is taken down, and in come the hogs from the top left and the bottom right to sandwich the last few defenses in the base. Ends up completely smashing this base, and it was not even executed to his fullest potential as he did fail the wall breakers there. But wonderful recovery there from Tisdale, and just completely wrecked it, man. I didn't know which one of your raids to show. You'll probably be mad at me and tell me I showed the wrong one, but no big deal, man. They were both really good, and appreciate the job you did for us this war. All right, guys. So we saw Tisdale. Let's go check out Grim on 31. Crix is getting taken out by Grim. Interesting looking base here. Very susceptible to some Valkyries and some clever jump spells here. So we'll see that in action. We've got the minions on the left and the right there doing some great funneling and a nice queen walk, queen charge coming in from the top. She's going to take out a few trash buildings there and then start walking her way counterclockwise down the left side of the base. So once the minions have kind of worked their way in, that's all looking pretty good. Nothing left on the right side of this base with regards to trash. So once he gets inside the walls with his Valkyries, he's looking pretty good to go. Those two exposed mortars down on the bottom right, great targets for balloons, so he brings a couple of those in the camps as well. Look at the value, though, from his queen walk here. She goes around inside of a rage spell. She's going to get the enemy king. Now, as he's doing the CC lure, he pops up a couple more Teslas. He's going to get the Tesla farm. All 4 Teslas here pop up, and the queen's going to take care of all of those, as well as get the CC lure, a whole bunch of point defense. He gets a Pekka taken care of. Doesn't even have to use the queen's ability here, and he's able to get the Pekka and the Loon taken care of with a double poison. Now, check that jump spell out. It's going to lead the Valkyries into that compartment, get the final Wizard Tower and the Tesla from the Tesla farm there, take those out, and then immediately hop to the queen, where she will aggro them into that compartment. They hop the wall, one swing, she's down, and then the Valks split like they're supposed to, and completely wreck the right half of the base. That leaves a huge dead zone in the middle, and the queen has done her job. Now there's just a column worth of buildings left on that left side starting from 6 o'clock. So once the Valkyries take out the Wizard Tower, you see a couple loons come in to take out the mortars. That's just fine and good. There they go, getting that taken out. Wonderful job on that. Valks continue to work their way around. The king is in the core. Beautiful thing about that is once he takes out that CC, everything is firing at that king, and now he's going to go ahead and be able to drop in some hog riders. He does that from the top left. He's got the CC hogs coming in to take out the mortar. Final heal spell goes down, and look at the hogs, pile into it. The king finally goes down. The only threat at this point is skeletons, basically, because there's no bomb threat that's going to take out his hogs at all. So great job to him. The Valkyries break in. They're going to chase those skellies. They get them taken care of, and now it's taking out those storages. The final defense goes down, and it's just a matter of cleaning up at this point. But most of the cleanup, if you remember, was done by the minions in the very first part of the raid, and then the Valkyries as they broke out of the right side of the base after they cleared out the inner portion of it. So wonderful job to Grim. Let's check out 3 more raids, guys. Let's look at 3 more Town Hall 9 raids, and then we'll check out some of the stats from the war. So this is Bakka. Bakka, I believe, had a 6-star war as well. So congrats. Golems here from the left side, and I believe we've got the Avalanche going on here. Check out the army comp. We've got 8 wall breakers. We've got 5 golems, 12 wizards, and 4 loons here. So very interesting army composition. Sends in 3 of the golems into the first compartment. So huge tanking going on here. Skelly's pop. He sends in both heroes and rages. Then the jump spell to lead them to the upper part of the base towards the queen. And the queen will go ahead and take care of probably some double bomb action between the Expo and the air defense down there. And all of those golems continue pushing forward into the next portion of the base. Jump spell on the junction is going to go ahead and lead everything in to the center compartment and the top compartment and the upper right side. So lovely job with the jump spell there. Wall breakers in up at the top. Does fail a little bit on those. He might have to drop in one more to get that golem in and replenish his golems. But one wizard up there to help clean. All the defenses have been taken out at this point. The king and the queen are running amok, guys. Last golem comes out of the CC on the right side, making sure he's tanking everything in that little farm up there. Opens up the wall after the golem locks onto the mortar. The king has finally gone out front. The queen is out front there. She's going to take out the air defense, use the ability, get the Tesla, get the wizard tower, and then pop to the king here and take him out as well. Loon's coming in from the right side now. 4 of those. He locks onto the ground targeting stuff first, and he's going to get a couple shots off, take those out. So really efficient use of the balloon. 1 loon for 1 camp, or for 1 point defense, which is great. And then wizards, just wizards everywhere, following up these golems. So really, really efficiently done, nicely well, and well executed basically. To have, excuse me, yawning. Have this many wizards left over, only 12 in the camp. So he's got like 8 left. No, he's got 9 left. Wow. So really efficient job there. He does take out the archer tower as well. Everything being tanked by the loons except for that cannon. But he's got so many wizards left. He's got queen left. The king starts beating on the wall here, and the cannon's basically trying as he may to get this thing under control. It's just not going to happen for him. So they finish up on the gold mine there for the 3-star. Nice work, Chewbacca. Wonderful plan, and love the execution, man. All right, guys, Dan Howe is going to be next up. He's taking on 34 here, crazy moving. This was a very nice attack, bringing the 10 hogs, 9 Valks. We'll see what's in the CC, but the queen walk here, he's got goblins, he's got giants. So here we go. Where's he going to start? He's going to start, I believe, was it the bottom on this one? I don't remember. Fast forward. There we go. There it is. He starts on the top here. Starts with a wizard on the right there to break a funnel off. Same thing on the top left. Gets the aggro first from the archer tower and the cannons. And then the wizard, out of range of everything, is taking out some other defense, which is awesome. The queen helps him on the air defense, and then the queen's going to begin to walk now down the side of the base. So eventually when she starts walking, the Valkyries are going to come up and play a big factor here in the raid. Giant comes in on the mortar. Goblin behind to do some funneling. Wizard to do some funneling. Let's see how this plays out. I'm assuming that's setting up the hero kill with the king and the queen sitting there by the town hall. Giant into the mortar on that side. That's covering for a test wall breaker that triggers the little bomb. The other wall breakers come in after the fact, open up the wall, and now the queen is going to have to deal with the CC. A little late on the poison spell. That's going to get the archers, though. No big deal. It is going to force an ability from her, it looks like. She's going to pop a rage spell instead of the ability. It does allow her to take out that dragon without using the ability. She continues on, is going to take out some buildings here, and then head into the base as the wall is now open for her. So at this point, we are ready for a kill squad to kind of help her out. Let's see exactly where that comes down. There it is from the top left, heading straight into the mortar. They're going to beat through the wall here. Wall breakers from the CC may help out with that. More wall breaker, or excuse me, more Valkyrie help from that CC. There's the jump spell. Beautiful jump spell is going to lead them in to all 3 compartments on the upper left. And heal spells there to receive them, making sure that they're safe in that Tesla farm, as well as safe under fire from that queen. Poison spell drop for the queen and the king. You get them both in there, and they are both going to die quickly. The queen charge is now in effect on the right, and a couple hogs from the top to go ahead trim the wizard tower, and then basically just hogs as necessary from this point forward. The Valks and the king are wrecking in the core. Wonderful job with that. They open up the compartment with the Tesla and Expo. Get in there and get that done. And then just surgical hogs from the bottom, guys. Queen is working around from the right. King from the left. We got wizards on the edge of the trash ring. And that is pretty much going to do it. Only 1 point defense left after that Expo goes down. The hogs are taking care of it. All defense down at this point. He's got a swag minion there in the camp. No big deal. But the queen taking care of the wall there. Going to use the ability. Get in to do the final cleanup, guys. But a lovely raid there from Dan Howe. Absolutely loved it, man. Beautiful job getting that 3-star. Nice war to you. All right, guys. So last raid of the recap here in OneHive's 300th win. Yagmer going at Gianni Wick here. And he starts off with a loon as well. Minions to funnel on the bottom left. He's going to get that mortar. and the Spell Factory from the Loon drop there. So awesome job with the funnel creation there. Really efficient, getting 2 buildings for 1 Loon. Poison Spell down for the King and the Queen. Look at the placement on that. Awesome job. He drops in a Golem to tank. Wall Breaker's in behind to open the wall. Beautiful job with that. The heroes, Wizard are going to go in. The Golem finally is going to get destroyed here as the heroes make their way in. Rage Spell is going to be used. That's going to get them in, get the CC lure, as well as through the whole bottom portion of this base. It is a Laloon, so he's going cold-blooded style here, guys. Goblins coming in, Poison Spell down early, Minions and Valkyries as well. Very, very high damage CC here. A lot of potency there, but the Wizards work their way through it easily. They do get the air defense taken out. They're going to get the sweeper taken out as well. In comes the Hounds from the bottom right. Great tanking done by the Hounds. Beautiful Loon targeting. Rage Spell for that first compartment to get those Loons through. They all snap to the Archer Tower, the Tesla, then the Cannon. And then they work their way in. We've got Hounds coming, great angles there, going over both compartments and tanking both air defenses there. Awesome job with the deployment. Another Rage Spell from the top is going to get the Loons through all compartments up there and get all of those defenses taken out. Just complete wreckage when it came to this raid, guys. We got the King, we've got the Queen, and they are working that backside. The Queen is the one that actually gets the air defense there. Not even needed that last Hound because the Queen has done the job, taking out the Tesla as well. One more Hound flies into this backside. He sends a couple backside balloons in there, and he is going to get lucky though and maybe get that Hound to pop. We'll see. It looks like there's not going to be quite enough time with just the splash on her, but all the defenses are getting wrecked at this point. A huge wad of Loons coming in. Queen still has her ability, still a haste spell. He drops a haste spell. What the heck, right? Drops a couple haste spells there. Uses the Queen ability, avoids the bomb, and that is that. Pups up top, Wizard on the edge of the ring. Love the raid, man. Absolutely loved it. So very, very, awesome performance from WHF and the 9s there. It just wasn't good enough to match the clutch performance down the stretch on the 11s and the Town Hall 10s where it mattered. And unfortunately, we just didn't have it there this time. One base held us up, guys. One base. Crispy Crunch. Shout out to you once again, my friend. Your base was a thorn in our side. I don't know how many attacks that base soaked up, but let's go ahead and look. Defenses, 5 defenses for the number 1, only giving up the 1 star, so that is massive. Huge lapse on our part, not getting that taken care of, but beautiful job, man. But look at that. 9 attacks soaked up by their top 3. That is the difference in the war, guys. As far as the 6-packs go, we had... Johnny Bravo so close, dude. 98% on this first attack, and then he does get the second one 3-star. Very close, man. Nice try. We had... There they start. AWOL with the 6-pack. We had Demand to Myth the Legend with a 6-pack. Oh, 199 for Clayton. Close, man. Nice try. We had Tisdale with a 6-pack. Dan Howe, Jacer, Danny Mo. Holy cow, guys. Nice work. Steve-O with a 6-pack. We had... that looks like about it, but whole lot of 99s there. Look up and down that, guys. 99, 99, 98. Crazy. A lot of close calls there, but no cigar. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for tonight's recap. Congratulations to OneHive. Congratulations to Jake from OneHive over at the OneHive Raids channel. If you haven't checked him out, do that, obviously. But anyways, 110, 112. Maybe we'll arrange again for OneHive's 400th attempt, and this time we're going to stop them in their tracks. Not going to stop our tracks, because we already did that. This time we stopped our tracks. Anyways, that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for following us both on Twitch. It was awesome having all of you guys out this weekend. Literally thousands of people. Can't say enough about the support and the overwhelming just hype that came out, man. That was awesome. So thanks again, guys. This is Powerbang. I'm signing out till next time. Take care.